Okay, so this week in the news, GameStop was the perpetrator of shady business practices. Francisco, can you give us some of those details, please?
Dude, so basically, you know how when you go to GameStop, the employees are usually very pushy. Get this pre-order, man. Get this pre-order, blah, 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 blah. Well, so now they have this thing called the Circle of Life. And this is an internal memo that got leaked, by employees and into the media. Basically, they're telling you that, or they're telling their employees that they need to make more sales as far as used copies go, because that's where their money comes from. So when you buy used copies, then you have more money for new copies. So in retrospect, they want the full circle to happen. Used copy, new copy, profit. But they're saying that when people go and ask for, hey, can I get a copy of the new Grand Theft Auto or whatever, they'll be telling you, man, you know what? We don't have any new copies, but we have used copies. And they probably have the new copies, but they are forced to sell you the used copies because that's what the company wants. Mm-hmm. They want to get rid of all their old used stock so that they can keep bringing in more because they're not making any profit from it.
So even though they have a new copy of the same title,
they may lie to you and tell you that they don't have it, so you'll buy the used one. What do you think about that, Rick?
Well, I mean, from a business aspect, yes, that's shady. That's not right. But in reality, is it really hurting you?
Yes, it's hurting.
It's not a new copy. And then when you take it back into the GameStop to trade, hey, this is a used copy. You can't get the same value.
But
it's
you
not
would
just
expect it, right?
Okay,
if
listen
you see
to this.
Scratches, and obviously it's no, I'm not taking this.
Okay. Well, you're asking a question. Let me answer. What's happening? It's hurting the business for customers. It's very shady. Mm-hmm. Their employees, because they don't want to be fired. Mm-hmm. They pretty much they're pushed into by the own company, by management, by corporate. They're being pushed to lie to the customers in order to push the used games that they have overstock of. Mm-hmm. So even though you might have a brand new game, they will say, "Oh, we're out of stock. Here's a used one for $5 less."
It's the same game. And same quality, blah, blah,
or you'll go in there and you'll say, "Oh, I want whatever game," and you'll point to one of the new ones on the shelf. Mm-hmm. And they'll go underneath. They'll bring out one of the used ones that's not really marked properly, but it's used. They ring you up. They don't even ask you anything. They'll just ring you up, put it in the bag, say, "Oh, that'll be so much." I'm like, okay, and whoever's not paying attention, they'll just be like, "Fine, here." And they go home and they open it and it's like, "Oh, wait a minute. They gave me a used copy." You try to return it. They'll be like, "Sorry, man, you bought it."
Sorry.
See, that part I understand, yes.
Okay, so there's that. Okay. There's the other thing also. One of the things that they're trying to push on them is pre-sales or pre-orders.
Oh, God, I hate those.
And what they'll do, they've been lying to a lot of customers because, they get evaluated based on how many each store has and whatever. And there's repercussions, quotas they have to meet. It's a whole program that they have in place. Mm-hmm. And if they don't meet that, there's people that are going to be fired. But they lie to people by saying, "Oh, did you hear about such and such game? It's going to have this mode. It's going to have these features," which is, in many cases, they're blatant lies. To those of us that are a little bit more informed, we'll be like, "Okay, cool, yeah." But the common consumer that, "Oh, I'm buying this game for my kid," they get lied to. Mm-hmm. And so pretty much you get ripped off. You get ripped off because their return policies are so terrible for the most part. God. Okay, but the biggest victim in this is not even the consumer. It's themselves. The people working there at each GameStop location, they're the ones that are getting screwed because a lot of these people, they don't want to be pushed into lying to their customers. A lot of them, they've been on some threads online. You can look at threads on Kotaku. You can look on Reddit and any forum online that's about gaming, about this particular topic. People that actually work for this company, they'll talk to you how the morale is so bad right now. Some of them just go to the back sometimes and don't want to come out to deal with customers because they don't want to lie to customers. Not because they don't want to help. They just don't want to be pushed into lying because they do have standards. They do have ethics, and they don't want to go through this stuff. For example, I was hearing about this one manager at one of the locations. He had many years managing this particular spot. Now, I'm not going to give details because, out of respect for their privacy. But this guy, he went ahead and he had there's certain statistics that they look for, and he was making some pre-orders and some of the sales on used games and passing along the statistics to some of his employees because he knew that they wouldn't be able to reach it on their own, and he saw how hard they were trying. So what he did is he said, well, I'm the manager. I had this long-standing track record, excellent track record of working for the company. If anything, I'm not going to get any big repercussions because I'm the manager.
Right. Yeah. He got
Well,
fired.
the axe came down. Guy got fired. If you don't believe me, you can check on some of the forums on some of the websites that I gave you. I'm sure you'll come up with the story. But yeah, man, it's just so sad. They're kind of cannibalizing their own business, and slowly it's becoming the next Blockbuster.
I'm gonna tell you something. When I was living in Minnesota,
Digital media.
GameStop was my favorite store to visit because they used to have a lot of collectibles. They still do. So I didn't really mainly go for games, but collectibles. And I will buy a lot of used games for the Game Boy Advance at that time because, they were cheaper. So, yeah, my favorite store every Saturday, like clockwork.
Magali's watching.
Hi, Magali.
Jimena's watching. Hello.
I mean, you're talking about in a whole different era.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm telling you.
As it was,
when I went,
video games.
It was like clockwork every Saturday.
Yeah, it was like going to a toy store
but
for
now,
us.
dude,
comic book store.
I will not stop at a GameStop because of that same atmosphere that you can feel. It's annoying, dude. As soon as you walk into the door, hey, can I help you? Hey, did you check this pre-order? Blah blah blah.
And the smell.
Oh man, no. So I
That's
buy
separate.
little things here and there. I go in for I used to go a lot of Disney Infinity. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
So I will buy my figures there, used figures because they were cheaper. And every time at checkout time, hey, man, so whichever game is coming in for pre-order, you want to pre-order it? It's only $5. If you don't want it, then you can get your money back. Blah blah blah. I'm like, no, dude, no. Like 6 or 7 times. Pre-order this, pre-order that, and
They
it's
got me.
annoying. It's annoying.
They got me on that one.
Oh no, dude. They never got me because I'm not gonna say what you tell me to do just because you're saying it, So I walk out, and now every time I make a GameStop purchase, it's all online.
It's all online.
It's all online. I
Man.
will never step into a GameStop.
Well, I mean, that's the trend of what's basically going on nowadays. Everything is going from a physical brick and mortar store where you can go and actually pick up your products to all online, all digital. Not only, I'm not talking about just video games, movies. We're talking about shopping now.
Well,
What
yeah,
happened with
yeah.
the whole Amazon thing with that store where you can actually walk in there, everything's all digitally, just grab it off the shelf.
It's reversed.
and-
on
I
Amazon's
get
moment.
that aspect of it, but every time I walk into a GameStop store on a weekend,
Excuse me.
there's a lot of people there.
Yeah.
People still want to shop at a place like this. It's like almost like a community type of thing.
But like you said,
But
it's mostly
they're-
parents, though.
They're pushing people away, though. No, I see a good mix of parents and gamers.
There's younger
Yeah.
people in there, but I think it's more of kind of like how you said, Saturday you go there. That's just kind of like their way of let's just
hanging out.
chill. Yeah. Let's just go hang out, see what's. I mean, it could happen that you find that rare item that they happen to come across that you happen to be looking for. That could still happen because you never know. There's just random limited edition copy of whatever, right? But yeah, no, I can see how before it was a whole completely different experience, software, etc. I remember walking into that store.
Was what GameStop used to be.
I remember walking into that store and thinking like, look at all these games.
It was awesome.
I'm in
Wasn't
heaven.
it? When we were
I'm
like
in
15,
heaven.
14, that was the spot.
But now it's like,
GameStop.
man, computer, like I'll just buy it off of Steam. I'll buy it off
Right.
Keys.
of just.
I'll be
whatever.
honest. I'm a little bit old school in the sense that I like to walk into a place like a GameStop.
Mhm.
I like to look and browse, and a lot of the times I'll find things that I wouldn't be interested by just browsing on some website. And I like that. I like the fact that you can talk to some of these guys. Most of these guys behind the counters, they're actual gamers.
Leo's hat likes you too.
They're actual gamers. They're actually sincere people. but at the same time, there's been
It's their
business
job.
practices that they have committed in transactions that I have where it is very unethical. It is very shady. One time I bought a PlayStation 3 back when the PlayStation 3 first launched.
One time.
And I had pre-ordered it. I bought it. I changed my mind. You know, they were so expensive.
Oh, what happened
I was
then?
like, okay, I'll just return it. I got my receipt. I'll return it. I drove there to try to return it. And the guy just goes, oh,
Why?
no, we can't return it.
Why?
Why not?
I have the receipt. It's okay. I got a receipt. I understand.
No.
He's
You
like-
don't understand.
He's all, no. See, we can't return it because this one little sticker's kind of peeled off. It wasn't even.
The seal that they have, the little.
The thing is, it was still sealed though.
Mhm.
It was still sealed. It just had like a little scratch on it.
Oh
like
my god!
it looked
dude.
like somebody had tried to peel it off, but it wasn't. It wasn't peeled off. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, I get it. If it's peeled off, it's like considered not sealed. It's an open product. You can't return an open product, right? For the most part, but it was just.
But they
so,
said no before they even looked at it, right? And then they were
totally.
looking. They were
Totally.
looking
They were already
for
like they were already shaking their head. I'm like, well, I got the receipt, and once I said I have the receipt, that's when they actually took a good look at it. Man, they were nitpicking.
Oh yeah.
They were nitpicking, and I was just like, bro, man, dude,
Bro, man.
like, bro,
Bro, man.
Bro,
Like-
man.
it has.
Bro, stop.
I just bought it 2 days ago, and you're gonna say no? The guy was like, no,
No?
we
No?
won't do returns. Luckily, though, I was able to actually sell the PlayStation 3 because it was in hot demand, and
Also, they didn't take it.
Oh.
no, they didn't take it back.
Oh,
They
dude.
didn't.
I thought that maybe later on they.
I thought
they
Leo's
decided, like,
alter.
all right,
I
we'll
thought
do
Leo's
it.
alter ego made a
Haggle.
debut.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was before my alter ego of haggling. You know, the
Haggle
haggle Leo.
That's a beast of another nature. We'll talk about that in
That
another
was
show.
before my
When
days
Leo
of
sells
haggling.
you stuff, you end up buying everything he sells.
So yeah, man. Excuse me.
Sales Leo.
So yeah, I
Show
went
him the
ahead
stuff.
and I
Show him
sold
the
it.
stuff. Come on.
I
Get
sold
right
it
there.
and-
pick it up.
We'll
Pick
leave
it
that,
up.
we'll leave
Come
that.
on.
I ended up just kind of holding it in,
Shrugging
all
it.
my frustration. I held it in, and I went ahead and sold it. You know, resold it, and actually I made a profit from it. It was-
Haggle Leo.
I can imagine you like turning in the PS3 to somebody else and be like, "Take that, GameStop."
So, oh no! First, I didn't even tell you. Before I went to that GameStop, I went to my local GameStop,
Right.
and I said like, "Oh, here," and they're, "Oh, you can't return it here. You bought it at the next town over's GameStop."
Oh, they did
I was
that?
like, "You're a chain. You're a chain.
You accept
you're,
them. You
They're
accept.
like, "Oh
it
no,
anyway.
no! You bought it at that store. You have to."
That kind of
I was like,
reminds me.
So people don't buy at GameStop. They're really shady. They're really
Well, I mean, buy if you're gonna buy, but be be
if-
warned.
No,
If-
Be
don't buy
warned.
there.
I would prefer to get something and pay a little bit more from a Best Buy, from a
Walmart,
Target, from a
Target,
Walmart, from a Kmart,
Because
from a
they will
Sears.
return
That-
your stuff
that
even
re-
without a receipt.
That,
They will
Amazon.
take it.
that reminds me though. It's a little quick story. Some guy that I used to work with a long time ago. He said he bought I think it was a NIC card, right? A network card for his computer, like a cheapy, just random, whatever. And it came with CD software drivers, right?
Yeah.
So you can load them up. So he got it. He installed it. He said like, "Nah, I don't want it." Took it back, and it was at a Walmart store. He takes it back, and they're like, "No, we can't accept this." And he's like, "Why?" They're like, "Why not?" Or he's like, "Why not?" Because it has software. We don't accept software. You can't return software. What? And he's like, These are drivers. These like come free. You can download these for free off the internet. This is just like complimentary. Like, here you go. It's
Right,
already
right.
included. They're like, "No, I'm sorry." So
Oh,
he ended up
jeez.
having to go to the next town over, and he just turned it in and said like, "Oh, I didn't open it. I didn't need it.
Right,
Whatever."
right.
Just kind of avoid the whole process of them
Yeah.
looking as to what it was.
Yeah.
Most of the workers, unfortunately, don't know what
Yeah,
they're
they
dealing
don't,
with.
no.
They just see a box and be like, "Is
Mhm.
everything in it?"
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and they return it to him.
You know what? Not too long ago, this holiday season, I bought a game from GameStop just because the price was ridiculously low. And
That's
when
what
I-
we did at business with El Gato once.
And when I found out,
El gato.
when I finally got what I had, ordered, they went ahead and they gave me. It was one of those Wii U games that comes with the amiibo, so it's a little box.
Yeah, Leo has a lot of those for some reason.
And I went ahead and I got it. I
Those
saw it
games
and I
with
was
the
like,
amiibo packaging.
okay, this is cool. You know, it's the game with the box and the amiibo. That's fine. When I went home and actually opened it to take the game out and play it,
There's no game.
the game wasn't sealed. It was already opened, and
Somebody
not only
played
was it
it.
already opened,
BBR.
it had the sticker on it that said like pre-owned or used.
Oh.
So I was like,
snap.
come on, guys. Come on, GameStop. Come on. Thank goodness you're going to be the next Blockbuster. I'm starting to really, really be annoyed by you guys.
Blockbuster was awesome back in the day.
I haven't
Yeah,
really
so
bought
was
a
GameStop.
GameStop game
True.
since like I don't know, dude. Like all my games are Amazon, Target, or Walmart, and all online.
Mm-hmm.
See, I only go to those stores, to be honest, window shopping. I just go to look. That's interesting. I'm going to go look it up. Or,
Get it
those are the
cheaper.
prices. Okay, now I know where to base myself off.
Right,
kind
right.
of. So I've never really bought. Dang, how long has it been since I bought like a physical copy of anything?
Your
Dang.
console, maybe.
I don't know.
My
I don't
Wii
know.
U, I actually got it from Dell.com. My
Yeah.
Wii U, I didn't even buy it in a store.
There you go.
That's
There you
right.
go.
That's right. I bought mine at Best Buy the
Mhm.
last Christmas at a bundle.
Yeah.
Super
Mhm.
Mario Maker.
No, I still like physical media, but
I don't know.
the more time goes, the more I'm starting to get seduced by the fact of not
The
having to
dark
have
side.
all these boxes.
Seduced by the idea
Everywhere.
of not having to get off the couch.
It's like,
Too
no,
much
just
effort.
click, just like get the mouse and just click. Oh, the game's
like,
loading.
Digital
game.
backlog.
Yeah.
Leo got rid
This
of his
guy.
physical backlog.
This guy.
And now he's moving to digital backlog.
I mean, if you could stack
Oh,
digital
man.
backlogs, this guy'd have like the Empire State Building already going.
Oh,
Well,
man, Leo.
What do
Yeah,
you-
tell us your thoughts on GameStop. Tell us your thoughts about everything that we've talked
I
about
hate
today.
GameStop.
That we've talked about
Well,
here
hate
today.
is a strong word. I dislike
Dislike.
GameStop.
Yeah,
dislike.
I disown GameStop.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, tell us your thoughts. Tell us what you think. Give us some of your comments down below. We welcome a good conversation. Trolls, please stay away. Please stay away.
Hey,
from,
we'll answer to the trolls too.
Anti-troll wall.
yeah. Well, actually, I shouldn't
Share
say
your
that
stories.
because anytime we do get trolls, I do kind of conversate with them by trolling them back, and then they get all confused.
Leo's other alter ego.
My trollio.
Trollio.
So yeah,
Trollio.
if you like our show, remember to visit our website, daddysgametime.com. Also check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and on YouTube.
And Facebook, because you're
And
here.
Facebook
Check out these
Live.
sweet shirts, like these designs.
That is
our very
gametime.com/merchandise. You can get this design as well as other designs like the one Rick is sporting over there. And every sale helps us to maintain this going. This is a free show from us to you, but there is a little bit from your part that will help us along the way.
Yeah, so until next time, remember, enjoy your games and love your families. Ciao.
Peace.
We're still here.
Don't leave.
We're still here.